Hey guys, this is Man Shark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Europa Universalis IV, and this is episode 17 of the AI's playthrough of our Millennium in Making game. Let's get it going. We're actually in probably either the last or the second last episode, depending on how fast things go from here. France has performed well for what it was given, but you know, I'd expected a bit better from it. It's been a while since I've actually done a recording, so forgive me if I repeat anything. Great Britain has done pretty much as expected. It's lost a bit of land to Connaught in Scotland. So does it have a mission to retake them? It's in a lot of wars actually, that's surprising. And yeah, he's looking to vassalize Scotland. Valencia did very well in the colonial game. All of the green ones are former Valencian colonies or what have you. Though, yeah, the American sort of Central North America still has yet to be colonized or anything like that. Most surprising is what Ming's done. Ming have actually done very nicely considering, you know, various factors. Portugal's taken Australia. No, I'm quite happy with how this has gone. Even Afghanistan's done really well. So enough about the game and more about the game, which you just lost. The Shadowrun game went quite nicely the last time we played it. It was very good. We moved to a different location, a couple of blocks down the street basically. But it did actually show me a few things. I mean, to start with, we sat around a table. Normally we sit around like a bunch of couches and play like that. Sitting around a table, you don't really think it'd be a huge difference. But it was. It was a massive difference between people just sort of chilling and people actually engaging and being active with things. It was very interesting how that played out. So I think table might be the way to go from here. We'll see how it goes to the next couple, because we'll be at the same place for the next few sessions. But yeah, it was definitely unexpected and very good. What's happening down here? Jeez, Portugal is occupying a fuck ton of this shit. What's the war? Must be this one here. So what is it a war for? The German La Platen conquest of Jujuy. Okay, just a shitty little colonial war. Whatever, bros. Good on ya. France in anything? Nope. Just sitting pretty. Yeah, so that was the first big change that we were sitting around a table, and it was very good. And I didn't actually plan for the session. Like, I had maybe a page of notes that I wrote up the night before. Jeez, subs. And that page was just basically, it said, fuck it, wing it. And I had some stat blocks in there that I could just sub into anything. And things went well. I don't think that there was a single fight all night in terms of like in the game. But that wasn't the intent. They didn't actually do a shadow run. They didn't go out on a mission, excuse me, or anything like that. What they did instead was they sought to base themselves, because as we all know, they're sitting in Abu Dhabi down here, and well, they're trying to set themselves up and see how they go from there. And they did very well. They're trying to find some organized crime around the place. They found it. So that was a positive step. And not only did they find it, but they managed to get themselves a fence. Not a very good fence, but like a guy who sells shit for them and can occasionally get them shit. They stumbled onto a bit of plot, which I managed to throw their way, which was good fun. And yeah, things just went really well. So you know, I was quite happy if things went like they did. Next session, I think it'll be the same people, so only 3 of them again, which a little irritating, but hey, it means that we're getting set up, and 3 people is a lot easier to manage than 5, to be brutally honest. 4 is sort of the optimum level, 5 might be too many, which I might have to deal with at some point. Did Congo take back land, or did you lose it still? Yeah, claims are being forged on all the Congo shit, so... Well, guys, sucks to be you. Is this Portugal winning that war? Yeah. Go Portugal! And Afghanistan leads for personal union with Canada. That's pretty cool. Just check out Afghanistan's. Yeah, and that's all Littlefinger shit, so you know. Not looking too bad here, bros. Come on, tell me what happens. It's actually a really good leader, 555. Not bad, Queen Jut. Shame that the Prussia is the emperor, which I guess is appropriate, but they're shit. They're not doing anything with it. Which is a shame. A real shame. But anyway, yeah, so they found a fence. They got into a bit of, like, some little minor disagreements with locals. They found some local. It was a good session. It was a very good session. So the next one, which I have yet to plan, I'm going to be planning it this weekend, which would be... Actually, yeah, we're completely up to date, so this would have been a few days ago when this episode... Wait. No, it'll be this current weekend that this episode went up on. I will be planning the next session, and basically I'm planning on giving them a Johnson. Wink. Which, that'll just be... it'll be some guy related to their fence, and he'll give them a couple of missions to pick between them, and they can go out and do a mission because they need cash. They've elected that they want to do a job for money instead of searching out like what's to do with some of the things that they found, etc., etc., etc. I'm being intentionally vague, of course, but yeah, they want money because they did spend a lot of it. Which, hey, fair enough. You got to spend money to make money, don't you? And do you guys have, what's your... That's Brittany. I'm trying to look at the West Indies here. 96%. Come on, guys. Just get a few more percentage points and then maybe try and revolt or some shit. It would be great. It would be really cool. I'd love to see an actual revolution. Like a proper one. None of this shitty peasant bullshit. Nobody's backing their independence though, which is, you know, probably the more annoying part. Is that Arabia or is that... No, it's Orissa in there. Oh, and Kannada and that bit there. You know what? Afghanistan, if they actually integrated Kannada, which they won't at this point, they would be a massively strong... Yeah, they won't be able to do it until past the end of the... what do you call it? Past the end of the game. They only picked it up in the last 3 years. But yeah, they would be massively powerful because that's a huge amount of high base tax provinces. The only problem is that it's Kannada is Protestant. And I think Kannada are honestly a different culture. No, same culture. Yeah, so it would be a fairly easy integration, to be honest. Particularly if Afghanistan took religious ideas or tolerance or something. Yes, if it took religious ideas, which is good. They'd be able to get that done very quickly and very easily. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so if guys elected, they wanted a mission where they wanted to do a job for money. So I'm gonna give them a range of different jobs. I'm thinking something in Abu Dhabi, something outside of Abu Dhabi in the desert, and something in the Gulf itself, in the Persian Gulf, or the Straits of Hormuz it would be on this map, but it's the Gulf. They won't want to go out into the desert because they have a fear that if they go out in the desert they will just die because of the survival rules. If they're in a vehicle though, well, they're in a vehicle. And I mean, if you're in a vehicle, then who cares? You got air conditioning, right? As long as the vehicle doesn't break down. Wink. And the other one out in the Gulf, they might not want to do it because last episode or last session, it should be, one of them did fall into the water and get a little bit sick from it, but that's because he doesn't have a very good immune system. He took that floor, so I got to use it. So maybe they won't want to go out into the water. I know one of the guys who won't be showing up wouldn't want to do the mission out in the Gulf because he has an allergy to seawater. But look, if you take a flaw or a negative quality or whatever your game system calls it, and then never ever ever want it to ever come up, or use it to restrict what you can do in terms of what you will voluntarily do, it's not really in the spirit of what the flaw was. I mean, you get build points for doing this thing, and let's use the seawater as an example. I mean, originally they took it because they thought that they were going to be running around in Boston, and they were like, oh, well, there is a sea near Boston, but it doesn't have anything to really do with it, so, we can run around in Boston. They could probably go back inland if they really wanted to, and what of it sort of thing. Like, oh, it's not going to count. And you know what? You can kind of do the same thing in Abu Dhabi, except Abu Dhabi is on an island. I can actually think I might be able to show you it. Let's see if we can zoom in a lot with this awfully staggering system. Is Abu Dhabi Island on this? No, so that'll be it there. Like, that'll be Abu Dhabi there, and this will be Dubai up here. There's a whole lot of islands around here. Not all of them are man-made, but a lot of them are. But central Abu Dhabi, like the CBD, is actually on a little island, and there are two bridges connecting it to the mainland. They're having a lot of trouble getting over those bridges because I've made the military checkpoints. And these guys, they're kind of illegal immigrants, to be honest. They don't have visas. So yeah, there is that. I don't want to click on the Oirits. There we go. This Bengal allied with bunch of shit kickers in the Oirits. Pretty happy how things have gone in America. I mean, I wouldn't have minded a few more revolutions. That would have been kind of cool. But well, the colonization's gone well. Valencia did quite nicely to get over here to Alaska, and even down here as well. And there's a lot of back and forth. It's interesting. It's interesting. I do like what France has done. They haven't managed to do anything in actual France itself, which, fair enough, not for everybody. But yeah, the big surprise for me has been Afghanistan and Ming. I mean, I know Afghanistan was a pretty strong country, but Ming shouldn't have been, and now they are. I mean, in terms of where we started, Afghanistan was its own kingdom. But we've had other kingdoms. I mean, Persia was its own kingdom, and it's kind of gotten fucked over a bit. Mauritius, or not Mauritius, Mauritania was its own country, its own kingdom, and look where it's gone. It's Egypt now. So yeah, just because they started off as a kingdom, I mean, apart from Volga, Bulgaria, doesn't mean that they were going to always do well. And Ming usually doesn't, like, it's a strong country, but it shouldn't be this strong. So things have gone well for them. It's definitely very interesting. And I'll say that until it becomes true. Right, so we've got about 40 years left, so we probably won't see the end to... Still don't know what that noise means in the end of this episode, but maybe next one. And once we end this particular AI playthrough, I'll be doing the Big Blue Blob one, which will have the Empire of France starting as owning pretty much all of Europe except for Britain. And we'll see how to handle things as a huge fuck-off country. We'll still have Volga, Bulgaria, we'll still have Arabia, Persia, and Egypt. And Mauritania, of course. But we'll pretty much own everything else in the old world before then. And I think we're going to be forced to colonize because otherwise who's going to do it? And we are going to need to actually expand to be able to take out the shit in America, the shit down in... I'm going to want to take Africa for myself. We're going to do a bit of fuckery with trade companies, I think. And of course to get to the Spice Isles and deal with India. Yeah, but I've got plans and we'll just have to see how they go. Okay, so Ming have successfully locked Valencia out of the rest of Asia. But Volga, Bulgaria, I don't believe have the expansion or the, ideas that would give them a colonist, so Ming is the only one actually colonizing in Asia. Which, hey, that's cool. I mean, good on them. We'd like to see some of that sort of stuff going on. Well, it looks like the Canada-Afghan thing is over. That's a shame. And they're actually at war with Afghanistan. Ah, no. Canada are trying to go for independence, so... Obviously Afghanistan has been mistreating them. In some respect. Tell you what, I wouldn't mind to see this goddamned war in Britain eventually end, though. I mean, a lot of British stuff has been occupied by Portugal. Like, a lot. It looks like Afghanistan will win this war. Oh, excuse me. They're actually up against Arabia as well, so that's a bit of a pain for them. But Portugal got pulled in. France, you in any wars? Yeah, they're in that Afghan-Canada war. So the Second Canada War for Independence, of course, and the Second Champagnian Purge of Brabantine Heresy. Nothing like it. Yeah, so just a tangent back, I've got good hopes about the Shadowrun game at this point in time. Well, Scotland became the Emperor. I guess Prussia wasn't in a position to inherit. But yeah, good hopes about Shadowrun. They're finally getting down to business. They're finally going to have the basic structure. They've got a fence to get gear from and get gear to. They're going to have a Johnson to get missions from. And they're going to have their own lines of inquiry. Should be pretty good. And one thing I actually did was last Saturday, just before the session, I went to Parramatta in Sydney. And, well, there's a map store there. As I was looking for a physical map, like one of those tourist map things that you get, of Abu Dhabi. I mean, I could have printed one out from online, but then it would have only been an A4 page, and I kind of wanted one bigger than that. So I called this place up on Friday and said, hey, you got a map of Abu Dhabi? And they were like, well, we don't have a map of Abu Dhabi itself. we've got a map of the United Arab Emirates and Oman, and that's got an like a inset of Abu Dhabi in it. Fine, I said. That's good. Can you hold that for us? And they held it for us, so big props to the map store at 440 Church Street. You know, if you're looking for maps. I'm not getting paid for this ad. But yeah, they've got a whole fuck ton of maps, and I basically bought the two that they had of the Arabian Peninsula. And they were actually really useful, like the map. As I just laid it down on the table and said, here is where you are, here's your general sort of appearance of the city, because of course no one fucking looked at it. I told them it was like it was on Google Maps, just that the buildings were bigger. Of course they didn't fucking go and look for it. Didn't do any research. What's research about? Come on, subs. So yeah, the map. Oh, bit of a yawn there again. The actual physical map was very useful. I plan on drawing on it. Now, British peasants, you're sort of coming up. I thought you're supposed to be having this war. Are you still in that war? Yeah, still losing it as well. Amazing. German Australia has permission to establish themselves in the Spice Isles. Seriously, guys? What? Low-ass liberty desire. Now, the German West Indies here will not be able to revolt as long as they're in this war. Because then they'd be revolting again. They'd be going to war with somebody who they're allied in a war with. Portugal. So that war kind of needs to end, and it's been going on for fucking ever. Can we actually get a start time on it? That's not it. It's this one here. Nope. But, well, there's a lot of war score there. Should be cutting your losses and running. To Great Britain, not to Portugal. Portugal is doing just fine in it. Good, and France have definitely gotten over that little prestige issue. Always good to see. Are they at war with Volga, Bulgaria again? Yeah. What for? The second Karelian defense of, or conquest of below zero. Okay, that's cool. Keep at it, gents. Keep at it. And the Carnatan thing? Yeah, so the Carnatan Independence War failed. And now they're back under the personal union. And they're actually crusading against Kangra to take its shit. Yeah, because it's Hindu. So they'll take it. Nice and easy. Tibet protectorate? Yeah, by Afghanistan. So Afghanistan protects Tibet and Nepal. Kind of wondering why they're wasting time with Nepal, to be honest. Particularly seeing as they're just going to conquer Kangra. You know which kingdom really fell apart? Fucking Turkestan. And they're still allied with France and Arabia and Cypriot, but wow. Like Persia just chomped them. Excuse me. Really? We're at war with Prussia? Well, yeah, it's part of a Volga-Bulgarian thing. No worries. How are we doing over here, guys? Yep, still locked in that war. It's kind of amazing that this war is still ongoing. I mean, it's gone for fucking ever. Sure, you know what? We can actually check that. Where is our ledger? And we'll just unpause all that's going on because, well, where do we find this out? Current wars. Wow, there are not a lot of current wars, are there? So this is the German-Platten conquest of Jujuy. It's not actually going to tell us how long it's been going on for. Amazing. Huh, I know, Crusader Kings will tell you how long it's been going on for. It's cool though, I mean, there are only 6 wars going on in the world. They're just fucking enormous. The Valencians are looking to conquer Benin, but looks like that one's finished. Yeah, I just really want to see this war end and maybe a revolution happen in the West Indies. That's what I'm looking for. Some of these places have really unrealistic goals. Yucatan wants to establish itself in the Spice Isles. Yeah, it's not happening, guys. It's just not happening. Come on, Britain. Just end the fucking war. Portugal get booted out of Spain? I think Portugal got booted out of Spain. Yeah, they... No, wait. Can we... Nope. What I need is sphere of influence? No, that's not showing me what I want it to show. Wait, there we go. Yeah, they got totally booted out of Spain. Well, welcome to being a former European country. It's kind of cool that that happened to Castile and Portugal. Interesting. France is definitely winning at war with Volga, Bulgaria. Chomping down, guys, chomping down. And they don't seem to really give a shit about the Champagne one. Scotland has finally found itself an ally in Connacht. And now Britain have managed to change their little goal to gaining a foothold in Indian trade instead of vassalizing Scotland. Good plan, guys. You know what? We might actually be up for another 2 episodes after this. Who knows? Well, you know, I can guess. We'll see. Because we are almost at the end of this one, of course. And I'm going to have to find something to talk about other than Shadowrun, because kind of talked all about it. Don't want to give away too many spoilers for stuff I haven't even written yet. Rest assured, you'll hear what has happened. Rest assured. Turkestan got a lot of land back somewhere. I see. Okay, so France got out of the war. The war is still ongoing, from what I can tell. No, war's over. Okay, so now there's a Holy Roman intervention and the Vladimirian purge of Prussian heresy. Where's my imperial? There we are. Yep. Yeah, so France got out of war and must have forced them to give back a bit of land to Turkestan. As well, Turkestan is an ally. Oh, and how's the Pope going? Yeah, Pope's gone to war. As the Pope is wont to do. Well then, let's call that there. So, as usual, got any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. Let me pause the game real quick. Like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more. You know the deal, guys. Come on. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.